very good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor, and in the next 30 minutes I'll be taking you through the biggest news stories that have unfolded in the last 24 hours that you might have missed and that are changing our world, and also I'll be telling you what to expect in the day ahead, starting with the headlines. 4 terrorists killed in Bandipora in Jammu and Kashmir. They were attempting to attack a CRPF camp. India's heaviest rocket to carry communications satellite GSAT-19, GSLV Mark III D1 rocket scheduled for liftoff from Sriharikota in the evening. Blistering heat in several states in North India, Bhatinda in Punjab and Banda in Uttar Pradesh sizzle at 48 degrees Celsius. Twelve people arrested in connection with the London Bridge attack, 7 people killed and dozens injured in the attack claimed by the Islamic State. And India thrashed Pakistan by 124 runs in rain-interrupted match at the Champions Trophy in England. Australia take on Bangladesh in the Oval in today's encounter. Our top story this morning is from Jammu and Kashmir, where at least 4 militants are reported to have been killed in retaliatory fire by 45 Battalion Central Reserve Police Force in Jammu and Kashmir. Police in Sumbal in Jammu and Kashmir's Bandipora district early morning today. Now, the militants were reportedly attempting a suicide attack on the CRPF camp. This comes close on the heels of the 3rd of June attack, in which at least 2 army personnel were killed and 4 others injured in Kazikund district after an army convoy was attacked. The Pakistani army had earlier initiated indiscriminate firing of arms, automatics as well as mortars along the line of control in Naushera as well as the Krishna Ghati sectors on Thursday, in which 2 civilians were injured.
क्रॉस फायर दिए थे इधर से। अच्छा और फिर इधर आके अपना पोजीशन लिया। कैंप में घुसने के चक्कर में थे, लेकिन हम लोग तुरंत जगह पकड़े, अपना पोजीशन लिए और फायर झोंकना शुरू कर दिया।
ये कितने बंदे थे?
ये सर 4 बंदे थे।
4 बंदे।
हम लोग 4 बंदे मार के गिरा दिए।
रिकवरी कुछ हुई?
नहीं सर, रिकवरी मैगजीन वगैरह साहब हमारे ले गए हैं उधर जी। हेडक्वार्टर में ले गए हैं हमारे से जाट साहब थे उसी।
टोटल कितने थे?
टोटल 4 उग्रवादी थे सर।
Meanwhile, Home Minister Rajnath Singh has said that the Indian Army has been given a free hand to deal with any attempt by Pakistani troops to disturb peace in the country. Now, addressing Tridev Sammelan, a conclave of booth-level office bearers of the assembly constituencies within the Hamirpur Lok Sabha seat in Himachal Pradesh, he warned the neighbouring country against any misadventure. Now, his statement comes a day after 2 Indian soldiers were killed in an ambush attack on an army convoy by militants on the Jammu-Srinagar highway. Now, stating that militancy has come down in all parts of the country, he said that the government was committed to eliminate terrorism and forces are on alert round the clock and sacrificing their lives in fighting terrorists.
17वीं बार अब पाकिस्तान को सफेद झंडा नहीं दिखाना, और यह भी आज से ही हमारा स्टैंडिंग ऑर्डर है। पहली गोली तो भारत की तरफ से नहीं चलनी चाहिए, लेकिन एक गोली भी यदि उधर से चलती है तो फिर भारत की गोलियों को गिना नहीं जाना चाहिए। बहनों भाइयों, हालात बदल, कितने मारे गए, क्या हुआ, कि मुठभेड़ में क्या हुआ, इस सब की मैं कोई चर्चा नहीं करना चाहता, लेकिन इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं, इस सीमा तक दबाव नक्सलवादियों के ऊपर भी हमारी सरकार ने बना दिया है, जो कभी नहीं हुआ तब हो रहा है। बड़े बड़े इनामी नक्सलवादी अब सरकार के सामने घुटना टेक रहे हैं और सरेंडर कर रहे हैं, और पहले की अपेक्षा 181% गिरफ्तारी हम लोगों के शासनकाल में हुई।
And the National Investigation Agency probing the funding of subversive activities in Kashmir conducted fresh raids at residences of separatist leaders on Sunday and also seized foreign currency from them. The raids took place at the residences of 2 aides of Tehreek-e-Hurriyat led by Sayyid Ali Shah Gilani. A similar exercise was undertaken at the Jammu residence and a warehouse of businessmen who the NIA sleuths believe who was involved in a cross-border trade scam. Now, the NIA alleges that since the cross line of control trade at Uri in Kashmir and Chakandabad in Jammu was based on a barter system. Some businessmen under or over invoiced their bills, and the difference in payment was later used for promoting subversive activities in the valley. The NIA had registered an FIR earlier as well and was camping in the valley for a few days before beginning its raids. This is for the first time since the rise of militancy in Kashmir in the early 90s that a central probe agency carried out raids in connection with the terror funding to separatists. The centre has said that its intent on addressing the Kashmir unrest is very clear.
That there is no compromise as far as safeguarding the country's security is concerned, and as far as the professional approach of the security agencies as well as the military and paramilitary forces is concerned. You must have realized over the last few days that whatever appropriate is being done both across the borders as well as within the borders. Even as the Modi government's intent has always been clear and consistent, I think now it's also the will of the people. The 125 people of this country and as well as the people of Jammu and Kashmir, including the common people of Kashmir Valley, want this bluff to be called off.
Meanwhile, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi has accused the Modi government of turning the Kashmir issue into a weakness from strength. Now, speaking to reporters in Chennai on Sunday, Rahul Gandhi said that the centre is creating problems in Kashmir because of its inability to understand the situation there. He also alleged that the BJP-led government is using Kashmir as a political asset. Now, the BJP hit back at Rahul Gandhi's claim and criticized the main opposition party of spreading a misinformation campaign. It cited a Congress booklet released in Lucknow which depicted the state as a territory occupied by India.
The government of India and the Prime Minister of India are completely mishandling Kashmir. They are creating a problem for this country by their incompetence and by trying to utilize Kashmir as a political asset. Kashmir is India's strength, and they are making it India's weakness. About 6-7 months ago, Mr. Arun Jaitley came to see me, and I told Mr. Arun Jaitley that they are mishandling Kashmir and they're going to set Kashmir on fire. And Mr. Arun Jaitley brushed me aside and said Kashmir is peaceful.
That is the concept. You want to divide India. You want to have a separate India. You want to create caste, communal, regional tensions, which you have been doing it all these years. You are responsible for all these regional, communal, pacific tendencies in the country.
Meanwhile, news from down south, and anti-NDA parties have raised the for special status category for Andhra Pradesh. At a rally organized by the Congress party in Guntur, the parties questioned the centre for keeping its promise over the matter. Now, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi said that if his party comes to power in 2019, the issue will be settled. He accused the central government for not keeping its promise, despite a promise made by Narendra Modi in the run-up to the 2014 polls. Samajwadi Party leader Akhilesh Yadav, JDU leader Sharad Yadav, CPI leader D. Raja, DMK leader Ilan Govan and RJD leader Jai Prakash Narayan Yadav were present at the event as well. Now, all these parties backed the Congress Vice President's demand.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने तिरुपति में आंध्र प्रदेश की जनता से वायदा किया था, ऐसे भाषण में नहीं। तिरुपति में मंदिर के सामने नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आंध्र प्रदेश को कहा था कि मैं 10 साल स्पेशल स्टेटस आंध्र प्रदेश को देने वाला हूं। मुझे एक बात समझ नहीं आ रही है, यहां पे दोनों पार्टियां, चाहे वो तेलुगु देशम हो, चंद्रबाबू नायडू की पार्टी या वो जगन रेड्डी की पार्टी हो, मुझे समझ में नहीं आता है कि वो इस पैसे को क्यों नहीं चाहते।
और अगर आंध्र प्रदेश के लिए स्पेशल स्टेटस के लिए लड़ना पड़े और उनकी बात कहनी पड़े तो शायद हम लोग पीछे नहीं रहेंगे। समाजवादी लोग आंध्र प्रदेश को स्पेशल स्टेटस देने के लिए मदद करने का काम करेंगे.
I stand before you to reiterate my party's support, the support of the Communist Party of India to the justified, genuine demand of the people of Andhra Pradesh for a special category status.
राष्ट्रपति का यह चुनाव आने वाला है. यदि चंद्रबाबू नायडू, यदि आंध्रा की धरती और जनता के साथ विश्वास करना चाहते हो, वफा करना चाहते हो, तो राष्ट्रपति का चुनाव आने वाला है. एनडीए का प्रत्याशी खड़ा होगा और सारे विपक्ष का भी प्रत्याशी खड़ा होगा. मैं तुमको आमंत्रण देता हूं, इसी राष्ट्रपति के चुनाव में यदि आप वोट दे दोगे, जगमोहन और चंद्रबाबू नायडू, यदि आप विपक्ष के साथ आके खड़े हो जाओगे, तो मैं आपको यह वादा करता हूं कि दूसरे दिन विशेष राज्य का दर्जा आपको मिलने का काम होगा.
And the countdown for the launch of India's heavy lift rocket GSLV Mark III has begun. Now, the rocket will carry the communications satellite GSAT-19 from Sriharikota. Now, the GSLV Mark III D1 rocket is scheduled for liftoff at 5:28 p.m. today. Now, according to ISRO chairman A.S. Kiran Kumar, the mission is important as it is the heaviest ever rocket and a satellite to be launched from the country. Till now, ISRO had to depend on foreign launchers for communication satellites weighing more than 2,300 kilograms. And the GSLV Mark III D1 is capable of lifting payloads of up to 4,000 kilograms into the geosynchronous transfer orbit and 10,000 kilograms into the low Earth orbit as well. The GSLV Mark III D1 is a 3-stage vehicle with indigenous cryogenic upper stage engine designed to carry heavier communication satellites into their orbit. The mission would also augment India's communication resources as a single 19 satellite will be equivalent to having a constellation of 6 to 7 of the older variety of communication satellites in space. Let's now get you the weather update. And blistering heat continued in many parts of the country, with Bhatinda in Punjab recording a maximum of 48 degrees Celsius, 6 notches above normal. There were no signs of any respite from heat in the national capital as well, with the maximum temperature settling 4 notches above normal at 44.6 degrees Celsius. Amritsar recorded a high of 47.5 degrees Celsius, 7 notches above normal. Now, Chandigarh also registered the hottest day of the season at 45 degrees Celsius. It was also the highest maximum recorded in the Union Territory in the last 5 years. Now, heat wave conditions continued in Rajasthan as well, with mercury crossing 47.1 degrees Celsius, followed by Churu at 46.7 degrees Celsius, Kota 45.2 degrees Celsius and Bikaner 45 degrees Celsius. Heat wave conditions also prevailed in various parts of Uttar Pradesh as well, with Banda being the hottest, registering a high of 48 degrees Celsius. Bihar too experienced a hot and dry weather, with the mercury settling at 46.1 degrees Celsius in Gaya.
सर यहाँ पे तो बहुत ज़्यादा है सर, ऐसे लग रहा है जैसे आग मतलब कि इतना तेज है कि जैसे अंगूठा हम घर से भी निकले थे कोचिंग से, उसके बाद अभी देख रहे एकदम सूखा हुआ है.
जो खेल में काफ़ी दिक्कत आ रही है, इनको कुछ करा नहीं पा रहे हैं. गर्मी इतनी पड़ रही है, अगर ज़्यादा हार्ड वर्क भी कराएंगे तो बच्चे चक्कर वक्कर खा कर गिर जाएंगे. इसी वजह से इनको अभी गर्मी में कुछ भी नहीं, एकदम नॉर्मल प्रैक्टिस हो रही है. थोड़ा मौसम अच्छा हो, उसके बाद ठंडी का इंतजार करें, थोड़ा ठंडा मौसम हो, फिर रनिंग होनी एक्सरसाइज चालू करें. थोड़ा ये 4 बजे से चालू हो जाती थी पहले, अब ये गर्मी की वजह से ये प्रैक्टिस काफ़ी लेट हो रही है.
In breakfast news, time for a very short break. We'll be back with international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
This is Kibutu in Arunachal Pradesh, point east on the map of India. Kibutu is dangerously close to the Chinese pressure point. We see first-hand and unseen areas of sand dunes and see how BSF is guarding this difficult territory along the Indo-Pak borderline. We are now slowly entering into the interior-most parts of the Sir Creek area. Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force justifies each word of this saying. Watch super exclusive episodes of National Security Series only on Rajya Sabha television.
Thanks for staying with us. The news from Maharashtra now. The agitation by farmers in the state continued for the fourth day on Sunday. The strike has largely hit the supply of vegetables and milk in the region. The farmers' outfits, however, are firm on going ahead with the Maharashtra Bandh across the state, excluding Mumbai. Now, due to the drastic fall in supplies from key production centres like Nashik and Ahmednagar, the prices of vegetables and fruits have been on an upward pattern in the cities. The farmers are protesting since 1st of June over the demands, including a waiver of a farm loan and other concessions like a lower power tariff. Now, a meeting of Kisan Kranti Morcha, which is spearheading the agitation, was held in Nashik on Sunday afternoon. During the meeting, several resolutions were passed and a decision was taken to go ahead with the Bandh. Now, a core committee meeting for the KKM will also be held in Mumbai on 7th of June, and a statewide convention of farmers will be held in Nashik on 8th of June to decide the future course of action. Meanwhile, the national executive of the Aam Aadmi Party has decided to stage a countrywide protest to highlight a farmers' plight on 10th of June.
राज्याचे मुख्यमंत्री हे स्वतः त्यामध्ये लक्ष घालून आज त्यांनी सकाळी 4 तास न झोपता आपल्या राज्यातल्या शेतकरी नेत्यांची चर्चा केली. त्यावर तोडगा काढून आणखीनही जास्त चांगलं काम कसं करता येईल पाहतात. मला खात्री आहे की शेतकरी बंधू हे आमच्या अडचणी लक्षात घेऊन आमच्याबरोबर नेहमी राहतील.
प्रचारासाठी उतरतो, मोठी सभा घेतो, जाहीर निवेदन देऊन घेतो, तर सरकारने शेतकऱ्याचा संपाबाबत हा निर्णय रात्रीचा का घेतला? सर्वांना विश्वासात घेऊन सरकारने जाहीर सभा बोलून हा निर्णय घ्यायला होता.
And let's get you some more news from across the country in Nationwide. The CBSE has sought data from private schools about their fee structure and increased carried out in the recent years. The move comes weeks after the Central Board of Secondary Education warned private schools against turning into shops by selling uniform and books in their premises. BJP President Amit Shah wrapped up his 3-day Kerala visit on Sunday. He asked the party workers to strive hard to utilize the space in the southern state's political arena by increasing the vote share from the present 15% to a minimum of 40%. He also said that there is enough potential for the Saffron Party's growth in the state of Kerala. A village head and 3 others were arrested in connection with separate incidents of violence in the Saharanpur district of Uttar Pradesh. The accused are Chandrasekhar, the founder of Dalit outfit Bhim Army, and 2 others, Manjeet and Kamal. As per UP Police, Pradhan of Saharanpur's Sabirpur village was arrested for allegedly inciting people to take up violence. On to some international news now. The British police have arrested 12 people in connection with the terror attacks at London Bridge and nearby areas that killed 7 people and injured a dozen others on Sunday. Now, a white van hit pedestrians on the London Bridge and then 3 men got out of that van and stabbed people in nearby Borough Market. This is the 3rd terror attack in UK in the last 3 months. Forensics at work at London Bridge. The scene of the terror attack early Sunday that left 7 people dead and 48 injured. 12 people have been arrested in Barking, East London after a raid at a flat to one of the 3 attackers. On the fateful night, a van hit pedestrians on London Bridge. 3 men then got out and stabbed people in nearby Borough Market. The attackers were later shot dead by the police.
And there was a woman in front of the pub, a policewoman, shouting, "Everyone run as fast as you can, run for your life." And then we were running just down the street in that direction, towards I don't know what, and we didn't know what we were running from, but people were saying that there was a terrorist attack.
The Islamic State-linked Amaq agency claimed a detachment of IS fighters carried out the attack. The attack comes ahead of the general election on Thursday. Most political parties suspended campaigning, but Prime Minister Theresa May insisted campaigning would resume on Monday. Condemning the attack, she said it was time to say enough is enough, as she vowed a clampdown in the wake of the third terror attack to hit the UK this year. Prime Minister May later went to King's College Hospital in South London to visit some of the injured. 36 people are in London hospitals with a range of injuries and 21 in a critical condition.
Since the emergence of the threat from Islamist-inspired terrorism, our country has made significant progress in disrupting plots and protecting the public. But it is time to say enough is enough.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi joined world leaders in condemning the attacks in London, saying they caused shock and anguish. In a statement after returning from Europe, Modi said that his thoughts are with the families of the deceased and offered prayers for the injured. US President Donald Trump responded to the attack by arguing in favor of his controversial travel ban. He further tweeted a message of support for Londoners. French President Emmanuel Macron said French citizens were among those injured in the attack. In a statement, he said France will continue fighting terrorism with all our strength alongside Britain and all other countries concerned. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and German Chancellor Angela Merkel also sent in their condolences. Both London Bridge Rail and Tube stations are due to reopen this morning, but the rail station will be exit only. This is the third terror attack in the UK in 3 months, following a car and knife attack in Westminster in March, in which 5 people were killed, and the Manchester bombing less than 2 weeks ago, in which 22 people were killed. The Eiffel Tower went dark in the early hours this morning in order to honour the victims of the London attack. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. All right, let's get you some more international news in World Wrap. US envoy to the United Nations Nikki Haley has defended President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the landmark Paris Accord, but underlined that America was committed to curbing climate change. She said that Trump knows that climate is changing and the US has to be responsible for it. She added that withdrawing from the Paris Agreement will not change the country's commitment to curbing climate change. Thousands of people attended a candlelight vigil in Hong Kong on Sunday to commemorate the victims of the 1989 pro-democracy Tiananmen Square crackdown in Beijing. More than 1 lakh people attended the main candlelight vigil in Victoria Park. Nearly 3 decades after Beijing sent tanks and troops to quell the 1989 pro-democracy student-led protests. The parliamentary voting to elect a veteran politician Sher Bahadur Deuba as the 40th Prime Minister of Nepal was postponed till Tuesday. This after the main political parties on Sunday failed to forge a consensus to conduct the House proceedings. The main opposition party of Nepal, led by former Prime Minister Sharma Oli, had threatened to obstruct the House proceedings against the repolling ordered in Bharatpur metropolitan city. All right, let's get you some cricket news now. India thrashed arch rivals Pakistan by 124 runs under Duckworth-Lewis method in the Champions Trophy. Now put into bat first, defending champions India put on a great batting performance as they piled up 319 runs for the loss of just 3 wickets. This after 2 rain delays that reduced the match to 48 overs. Now the opening pair of Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan gave India a solid start with the 136-run stand, with both the batsmen hitting half-centuries. Yuvraj Singh then provided late fireworks with a quick-fire 50 along with captain Virat Kohli, who remained unbeaten on 81 runs. Now, Pakistan was set a revised target of 324 in 48 overs, but another rain delay forced the target to 289 from 41 overs. Now, Pakistan kept losing wickets at regular intervals in the chase, and they were eventually bowled out for just 164 runs in 33.4 overs. Now, Umesh Yadav took 3 wickets, while Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja picked up 2 wickets apiece.
Just the way we played and the confidence we showed throughout the game was something that was very pleasing to see as a captain. Even though we lost the toss, Guys were raring and ready to go, willing to take up the pressure, and then later on, the way UV batted, I think it was the game-changing innings, to be honest. And that gave all of us the confidence to, start striking the ball well. But initially, the openers gave us a good start as well. So, as I said, it's a clinical performance from us. From the team's point of view, yes, it is indeed a very big win.
And in today's match, Australia will take on Bangladesh at the Oval Cricket Ground. Both the teams are without a win in the tournament, with Bangladesh losing to host England in their opening match. Australia, on the other hand, had to share points with New Zealand after their game was washed out on Friday. Good news from India from the French Open as well, because Sania Mirza stormed into the quarterfinals of the mixed doubles event as she and her partner Ivan Dodig of Croatia notched up a commanding win on Sunday. Now, the Indo-Croat pair beat the duo of Elina Svitolina of Ukraine and Artem Sitak of New Zealand in a 6-2, 6-4 win in a second-round match to book a last 8 spot. However, Rohan Bopanna and his Uruguayan partner Pablo Cuevas were crashed out of the men's doubles event after losing to Jamie Murray and Bruno Soares in straight sets in the third-round match. Now, the Indian men's doubles pair of Purav Raja and Divid Sharan also lost in the third-round match. Meanwhile, in men's singles, Rafael Nadal continued his superb form as he moved into the quarterfinals, while number 1-4 Nadal, who is looking to become the first man to win 10 titles at a single Grand Slam event, also defeated Spain's Roberto Agut 6-1, 6-2, 6-2. He will next face another Spaniard, Pablo Bastu, in the last 8. Meanwhile, second seed Novak Djokovic also progressed into the quarterfinals with a 7-6, 6-1, 6-3 win against Ramos Vinolas. He will next play 6th seed Dominic Thiem to face for a place in the semi-final. Meanwhile, in the women's singles, defending champion Muguruza and 7 times Grand Slam champion Venus Williams were knocked out of the tournament. Muguruza was defeated by home favourite Kristina Mladenovic in 3 sets, while Venus was outstood by Swiss Taimya Baksiski. And Indian shuttler B. Sai Praneeth won his first Grand Prix gold title after lifting the men's singles crown in the Thailand Grand Prix badminton tournament on Sunday. In a tightly contested final in Bangkok, third seed Praneeth defeated Indonesia's Jonathan Christie in 3 games. The 24-year-old lost the first set, but he came back strongly to win in the last 2 in a contest that lasted more than an hour. The success in the Thailand Open extended Sai Praneeth's remarkable run in 2017. In April, he had won the Singapore Open and he had also reached the final of the Syed Modi Grand Prix Gold Badminton as well. That's it from me and my team in this edition of News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.